Hey guys, so before I get into this next video, just a really quick update. I leave for Disney in 26 days, so it's just a little under a month. I'm super excited. But yeah, anyway, I just had to say it because I was excited. But the point of this video is why I think everyone should do the Disney College program. And I'm not even down there, and I can see all of these things. So if that doesn't give you some little insight as to how awesome this program is going to be, I don't know what will. Anyway, I have my list on the left side of my screen, so if I keep looking over there, that is why. Okay, so number one, it is an internship program with a Fortune 500 company. Disney is one of the most admired companies in the whole world, which that should really surprise no one. In 2013, it was ranked, I believe, 9th out of 50. So, Disney's a big deal. Reason number two, there are amazing networking opportunities no matter what role you get. Because being a part of the program, not only will it give you an opportunity to further your career with Disney itself, but it will also give you the option to put it on your resume and on your job applications, and that'll look really awesome because of the upstanding reputation it holds. Reason number three is the amount of diversity. The Disney College program, and Disney in general, they accept applications from all over the world. That's a lot of people from everywhere, and then when you're accepted, if these people are accepted, you get the opportunity to work with them on a daily basis. You get to interact with a whole bunch of different kinds of people. You can even live with them if you're lucky. So you can learn so much, probably more than you can probably learn more down there interacting with people more than you could learn from a textbook of any kind, which is awesome. It's honestly, I think it's a really big perk for me, is to be able to meet people from everywhere. Number four, even if you are not getting college credit, it is very educational. Personally, I am not getting college credit for going down. I was going to, but then something got all screwy, so now I'm not. But it goes a lot farther than school and grades and credit. Really, that's not what the program is limited to. But personally, my parents, they're pushing the credit. But if it can't happen, it can't happen, and I still want to go. So I am going, which is awesome, even though I'm not getting credit. But really, it pushes way farther than the credits and the grades. Reason number five, close to 50,000 people apply every application season, and you were accepted. That's awesome. The numbers, sorry, something in my eye. The numbers will differ from application season to season. Which, and they also differ on location. You can apply for Disney World or Disneyland out in California or Florida. But it doesn't change the fact that out of that huge number of people, recruiting saw you as fit to be part of their Disney family, which is a big deal. That's awesome, because that's a lot of people, and then you stood out to them. So you should feel very special about that. Number six, you discover how brave you are. Personally, I'm moving like 20 hours away from New York to Florida. That's terrifying. I'm very scared. I'm very nervous. But it will give me an opportunity, a real world opportunity to like test my limits and push myself. And you should view it as an experience and a way to learn instead of just as a form of employment, which it really is a form of employment, but it really is it's a lot more than that. Number seven, you will develop new interests. Because you will be learning so much about everywhere, not just about Disney in general, you're going to end up having passions for and liking things and being interested in things that you didn't even think you would like, or things you may not have even known have existed. They can have such a huge impact on any future decisions you make, and I just think that's really cool. That one day you're going to come across something and you're going to be like, whoa, like, this is awesome. I want this to be a part of my life, and then you're going to stick with that. So you'll learn a lot. It's what you make it, as with everything in the world. If you go into something with a positive attitude and you want to learn a lot, and you're rearing and ready to go, you're going to be a lot happier than if you go into this with, oh, I got this role, I didn't want this role, I put low interest or no interest or whatever. You're not going to be too pumped to be down there working it for an entire semester or more, maybe. But you should always have a positive attitude going into it, especially because it's Disney and it is the happiest place on earth. So why not make every day as magical as it can be? Number 9, you will learn how to budget. How's a nice way to put this? There is a huge difference between school and the real world. When I'm up at school, for me personally, everything is paid for. I don't have loans, if I buy anything, it's there, I can just go get it. I'm not working, I'm supported completely. But down there, I am working full-time, I'm making my own money, I'm paying for my own things, I'm living on my own. That's a big dose of reality right there. So you're going to learn a lot more about money, you're going to learn how to make money stretch. Like, oh, I have $20 and I need to eat 2 meals in Disney, which is expensive. How am I going to do this? You bring food. You have to go food shopping for yourself. There's a lot that you have to do on your own. So you'll have to learn how to budget your money and how to make it effective and use it correctly. Number 10, we're halfway done. You will learn professionalism. You're not going to get very far in the real world if you are not professional. I'm very good at pretending to be formal and professional. I'm goofy, I'm ridiculous, and I'm silly, and I like to laugh and make jokes, and I'm extremely sarcastic. Down in Disney, I can't do that when I'm working. I have to be professional, I have to stick to the Disney look and Disney standards, and uphold the reputation, essentially, is what you're doing. So it'll help me learn a lot of professionalism, and it'll teach you how to take that professionalism and make it a part of who you are and your personality and how you present yourself, which I don't think you can do that in a class at school learning. You have to do it in a real world setting. New climate, new rules. This is not just for hair, although my hair is going to go nuts when it gets down there to the humidity. All these nice curls I have, they're going to go out there. But I guess I can deal with that when it happens. I go to class in negative 10-degree weather, blizzarding and windy up here, and then I'm going to have to go from that to it's 98 degrees, go work a 12-hour whatever shift. So it's going to be a big change. So you're going to have to learn to adjust to different places and learn to adjust to where you are to make yourself feel good and do what's healthy for you. Number 12, insight on identity. I like this one a lot. Whenever I talked to someone before I went away to school, so 2 years ago, I was always told that in college you're going to find out who you are. You were going to know. You were going to come back from 4 or 5 years at school, and you're going to know exactly who you are. I like to move around places. I don't like being in one place for too long. So being at Oswego for 2 full school years, I've hit a wall. Like, I'm here. I can't get through. It's not happening. So for me, going down to Disney, it's this whole new experience for me. It's going to help me learn more about myself than I really could have ever imagined learning in 7 months. And I know that without even being down there yet, because it's so new. Everything about this experience is going to be new for me. So I think, especially because you'll be on your own and you'll just be with your friends and your coworkers and your managers, you're going to learn a lot about how you handle situations, who you are, and how you interact with people. That's going to become a big thing, is you're going to learn a lot about it. Number 13, cliche, Disney quote right here, the magic never ends. There's so much truth in this, and I see it without even being one of their cast members yet. Since I've got accepted, I've actually went around and I've tried to make people smile and make people really happy because I'm happy. So I try and portray that, and I'm like, oh, you should be happy, it's sunny out. I don't know, weird things like that. But it's in everything. As long as you go out and you look at things positively, it's going to rub off on other people. Kind of like how yawning is contagious, so is laughter. Number 14, communication skills. I am a much better writer than I am a speaker. I actually prefer to not speak in front of large crowds of people. It makes me very slightly extremely uncomfortable. But when you think about it, in 10 years from now, 5, 10, whatever, how many years from now, I'm not going to be able to write all of my problems and interact with people only through writing. So being in Disney, it'll actually help me communicate with people more, because as quick service, I will have to communicate with people every 10 seconds all day. Oh, excuse me. So that's really, it's going to help a lot, speaking with so many different people, learning about different people, and that aspect of how they communicate also. And it's going to help, and it'll help anyone really, because no matter how good someone thinks they are at communicating with other people, the odds are they can do a lot better. Because what we think is clear may not be clear to the person we're speaking to. So it'll learn to break that barrier a little bit. A strong work ethic. I know I'm not the only one with this, but there are days when I wake up and I don't want to go to class. I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to go to class. I want to do absolutely nothing. But in Disney, there's this nifty little point system. And if you decide you don't want to go to work and you just don't show up, you get a point or a half point. I don't know what it is. But I think if you hit a certain number of points, I think maybe it's 3 or 4, I don't know, you can get termed, which is fancy talk for fired, and you get sent home, which is so sad. But you'll have to learn to push through everything. So that's definitely a long-running benefit. I almost said profit. Long-run benefit that is good for everyone. Where am I? 16. Real-world experience. From an inside perspective, as I'm in school and then going down, I don't think they're going to be anything alike, because from what I hear about it, it's a lot of work. And yes, school's a lot of work. But when I look at school, maybe it's just my school, I see 50-50. You work your classes, and then in your free time, you do whatever you want. Which, yes, it's going to be, down days you're going to work, and then in your free time you're going to do what you want. But you're by yourself. You don't have RAs, RMs, your parents, you don't have them there. There's a lot more independence than you assume there would be, because they don't check up on you. There's no one that's gonna come around, walk the complex every night at 1 o'clock in the morning and be like, "Are you okay?" Nope. It's not gonna happen. You're completely by yourself on that one. 17. Separating work from life. How's a good way to explain this? People are babies, and we enjoy drama. There's going to be a ton of it, no matter where you go, no matter, you could be 5 or you could be 85, there's going to be a lot of drama. But working somewhere like Disney, you cannot go into work all pouty or sad. You have to put your big adult britches on and put a smile on your face, otherwise it's going to be very noticeable to a guest that you're the only cast member not smiling, and it's gonna look weird. You're gonna look like you're doing something wrong, which you will be. So we're gonna have to learn how to separate what's going on in our free time from what's going on at work. So, valuable life skill right there. I think especially that one. 18, time management. This, it's a big deal, but it's really not as big of a deal as some of the other ones, because you start learning time management the second you start high school, I think. You have to learn, you have extracurriculars, you have class time, you have homework to do, you have a whole bunch of other stuff going on. So you kind of learn how to budget your time, you get a planner, that's what I do. But a good thing to keep in mind while down there and working and figuring out how to budget time is 3 hours of work equals 1 hour of play or fun time. So you always work more, but that's how it should be. You're going down there to work. 19, almost done. Going the extra step with something does pay off. it could be making someone's day just that much better, or getting up and going to that shift you didn't want to go to and pushing through. It's going to be a rewarding experience, because going farther than really what's required of you, first of all, makes you look better, and it's going to big time pay off in your favor in the long run. So it's going to benefit you a lot. The last one, number 20. This is the experience of a lifetime. I've watched a lot of videos. I have seen so many videos of people who turn down their offer the first time they get accepted, and then the second time they apply, they're not reaccepted. Yes, I know that if you turn down your first offer, it doesn't impact if you apply again, but they didn't get accepted again, so they have to wait now, which that stinks. So I was fortunate enough, and I got accepted my first time applying, which was really cool. But really, how many people get to say, oh yeah, I'm moving to Florida, I'm moving to Disney World? That's awesome. There are thousands, like I said, like 50-something thousand people apply for this program. And if you were accepted, that's awesome, because I don't think they accept more than, I don't know, 6,000, 10,000 people. So that's a pretty big deal. But anyway, those are just my 20 reasons on why I think everyone should experience the Disney College program at some point. If you have any questions, comments, whatevers, leave them down below, and I will get to those.